I'm going to tell you a story about the origin of corn of the Muskogee Creek Nation. Udgy, the corn people, the corn husk people. Well, one day there was this little old lady, little short, petite lady came into the Muskogee camp. The first camp she entered, she asked them, "Can I warm myself by the campfire? And can I spend the night?" They said, "No, it's a bit crowded, but we have other camps further down. Why don't you go down to the other camps and see if they have space or room in each one of the camps?" Second camp. The little lady, she proceeded down to the little camp. Shivering cold, there she go. She made it to the second camp. She stopped at the camp. She said, "I would like to know if there's room that I can warm myself and maybe stay a night by your campfire." And they said, the tribal leader said, "No, our camp is really overfull. We wish we could help you, but we're overfull at this moment. But there's other camps down a little further down. Go to the next camp." She made it to the third camp. And she asked the chief of the people, "I would like to see if I can warm myself. I'm a bit cold, and I was just needing a place to stay for one night. I was want to be able to sit around the campfire to warm myself and be able to stay one night, just one night." And with all compassion, the third chief said, "We will be honored to let you stay here at the camp. But there's no space and there's no room at our camp. It's over. It's so many of us. It's no room. But you can go to the fourth camp and try to see if they have space at their camp." The lady went down to the camp. She walked. She finally made it to the fourth camp. This camp was very unique. But she began to ask the camp. This was the alligator camp, the alligator clan camp. She said, "I went to so many other camps and there was full. I was wondering if you have space for me to warm myself. I'm so shivering cold. And if I may stay one night, if you don't mind." I've went to the others and they are very, very full. And the chief of the people said, "Yes, you can warm yourself at our camp. We have a little space for you." So the lady sat by the campfire and warmed herself up. She stayed the night. She slept. The next day she got up and rose. And she noticed that the elders and the women, they went out. They were going out to the potato field and to plant. And she noticed the men, they went hunting. And the kids were left behind to play and stay in the air. And the kids were playing and they were happy. But then stomachs began to growl and grow hungry while their family were gone. And you would hear the kids say, "Oh, I'm hungry." From one kid to the next, "I'm hungry. I'm really hungry." The lady said, "You're hungry? I'll fix you all something to eat." So the kids still began to play. The lady went by the campfire. She began to fix the food. Kids not paying attention. They said, she told them to gather around. She filled their bowls. And when she filled their bowls, they began to say, "Oh, this food is so delicious. It's so scrumptious and delicious." It is real good. All of them began to be full. They began to go on and play. When just before the sun started setting down, their family started to come back. The fishermen, the women that hunt, and the elders that was around, they all began to get elder. The kids began to say and to explain to their families how good and delicious that the little old lady fed them while they were gone. And the lady said, if you all would like something to eat, I'll be gladly to fix you something to eat. They said, that is so kind of you. She said, I made plenty. And they began to fill their bowls and begin to eat. Oh, this is delicious. This is good. The next day came. They ate again. Oh, this is so good. How is this food is so good? But then the elders and the women and the men began to become very, very, very suspicious, because they would never see her leave the campfire, but she always had plenty of food. And the people started questioning and wondering. But then they decided they didn't have to say nothing anymore. So the next day, they went out and they left some people behind. Some of the women that planted potatoes stayed behind. The mothers, the women, the aunts, the older people. And then the men, some of the men stayed behind because they began to spy, see, where is this woman getting all this food? We never see her go anywhere. And so they began to spy, follow her around, until the kids seen her start peeking around the bushes. As she lifted her dresser and began to scrub and scrub and scrub and scrub, the food, the corn, just started falling and falling and falling and falling and falling off her legs on both sides. She scrubbed and scrubbed. And they was just curious, and they got looking close. They couldn't believe their eyes, and they began to scream. She's scraping her food from her legs and her feet. And they began to see her scrub her legs, scrub it, and scrubbing her feet, scrub them. Food began to fall off them. Plenty of it. And then they came upon her. By that time, all the people came back from hunting and planting in the fields of potatoes. And they said, we don't want your food off of your body, off your feet. That's nasty and gross. And so the lady said, little lady, oh, you've been spying on me, trying to find out where I got the food. You've been truly spying on me. Well, I'm going to let you do this one thing, so you will be aware. She replied, lock me up in the corn shed. And so the people locked her up in the corn shed. Night began to fall. And as everyone went to their places to sleep, they would hear loud growling and grumbling. Then come lightning and thundering and it was so great noise. No one, not once, got up to see. They just stayed in their homes with their doors locked. So the nightfall was over and the sun rose early in the morning. And the chief came and told the people to gather around. They went towards the corn crib. And he began to unlock it. He found no little woman. He didn't find the little woman, not one place. But what he did, as he opened the door, corn began to fall out of the shed, the corn crib. It was so many of all different types of corn, from flint, yellow corn, every corn that you can imagine. And the people began to gather it up. Medicine man came forward and just confirmed that there was one of the sisters, the sister Corns, that sustained life for the people. I've heard the story, but I thought it was just a legend. So the spirit god of corn blessed us with food that we will have unlimited sources. The elders would say, if you take care of nature, then nature will take care of you. And so the spirit god showed favor in us.